Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Sean Diddy Combs, you're doing everything you can to play a dirty game. But, baby, the feds got your number. And for once, or twice or three times a lady, they using their powers for good. Y'all, what am I talking about? Diddy's lawyers is dumbfounded. You know the note that they found in Diddy's cell outlining how he was going to allegedly coerce and bribe Kalina and outlining his plan for Kalina to clean up his reputation and discount Don's lawsuit. Mind you, on the note, he literally instructed Kalina on what to post on Instagram. And also that, remember the interview she did where she was looking happy, sad, sleepy, scared and confused all at the same time. And the only time she actually got active was to say Dawn is a weird MFer and that she'd been with plenty of dudes. Yeah, apparently that all came from Diddy's bidding. Now, how'd they find this out? Baby, not from the tape phone calls, proven that Mark Agnifilo and crew can't control Diddy. Remember when Mark Agnifilo was on his way out, Diddy got some new lawyers in, but they realized they couldn't control that mug, and they moved out of there because they said, this man gonna make us all catch a case. Because get this, Mark Agnifilo was the one broker in the deal between Kalina and Diddy. On top of that, he was literally using his lawyer to call people three-way, another illegal thing. But let's get down into how they found out about that note. Mark Agnifilo, baby, you didn't see this coming, and neither did Diddy. Remember how when the federal jail, the Brooklyn Detention Center, MDC, got raided? They got raided out the blue because they were like, yo, the conditions are horrible. Now, mind you, Diddy's team had been screaming, yo, the conditions are horrible here. We can't do this. The food's inedible. This was around the time Diddy was trying to push to get his own nutritionist, AKA his own private chef, to eat some food because he thought he was too good for prison food, right? Should have thought about that before you was allegedly putting GMB into kids' Welch's grape sodas, right? But anyway, okay. So that was all going. So all of a sudden there was this huge raid that swept through the whole MDC. It was all over the papers. Yo, the MDC got raided. The MDC got raided. The MDC got raided. What's going on? Diddy's team used that as an opportunity to be like, see, this is just an example of the way the black man's being mistreated. My client's being mistreated. And I remember looking and saying, I feel some type of way as a black woman that Diddy's white lawyer is trying to pull out the race card on behalf of his black client because, Diddy, this ain't a black man problem. This is a you problem because all the black men I know are busy like making money, being good dads, or just being out wild and free. But at the end of the day, they're not hurting anybody. So how is what you're doing correlating to black men? Because I don't see the correlation, right? And they were saying all this stuff. Well, guess what? Guess what came out in the government's explosive new motion? I did a whole live where I go over the whole thing and we talk about it. If you want something, a deep dive, something to listen at work, it's funny, it's informative, go ahead and check it out. But anyway, it's the last live I have on my channel. Go ahead and check it out. So anyway, do you know how the feds literally use their powers for good? Because people are saying that raid was something strategically timed because they noticed that Diddy was keeping notes in his cell. They noticed that all this stuff was going on. So they did a raid on the cell. And they found all of Diddy's notes, all of Diddy's receipts. I literally laughed out loud when I saw this. Diddy, see, here's the thing. Diddy's been out there pressuring people, applying pressure, doing this, thinking he the biggest, illest, realest, literally running his life like he is a criminal RICO mob boss, like the feds say. And he really thought that he was literally running game on what? People Magazine, E! News, the New York Post, New York Times. No shade to any of those publications. But he really thought that he was going to run this the way you run a PR campaign. The way he had his kids calling him, giving them analytics on how those little posts to get public sympathy was going. But the joke's on you, Diddy, because don't nobody run a campaign like the federal government does. Don't nobody low-key let the public know what's going on without letting the public know what's going on like the federal government does. Baby, they have the brightest minds. They have an unlimited budget. And unlike you, they literally are on the side of right. Y'all, the feds, that little raid in the MDC Center that Diddy's team tried to flip as an excuse that he should be let out on bail, that raid literally, people are saying, is the reason they discovered those notes in Diddy's cell, handwritten notes, there be solidifying and proving that you are still coercing and bribing victims. Side note, can we say how weird it is that Diddy, King SLUT himself, King Dirty D, clean freaky deaky and not in any type of dirty way, King Defiler, is literally told Kalina what to say in her interview and wanted us to know that Dawn is a weird MFer and Dawn has with a bunch of guys and Kalina was going to let us know, you trying to slut shame people? Diddy, you are the original SLUT. Anyway, right? I just thought that was just like, this tracks. This is who this man is. Okay, so let's get into this, right? Now Diddy's people are now trying to say, listen, now Diddy's people are trying to say that that was work product, and that's not fair. And you shouldn't have got that. Oh, but when you thought you could use those raids to those advantage, you didn't care. The whole purpose of the raid, people are saying, we don't know if it's true, but people are saying, was they wanted to get inside Diddy's shell and get some of those notes. First of all, how is this attorney-client work product? Second of all, what is it doing in your jail cell? Those are your notes. And as much as your lawyers are now trying to act like they don't know actual U.S. law and they're putting in nonsensical motions, because at the end of the day, Diddy's team is projecting. They're the one that's trying to jury tamper. You're trying to make us see that make it seem like they confiscated illegal attorney-client privilege. It's not attorney work product. This was written by you in jail. And get this, your attorney was never in your jail cell. And you were not allowed to bring anything from your jail cell into the attorney thing. So how was it attorney-client privilege? Your attorney can't come in the jail cell with you. But they're now trying to say that this is attorney-client privilege, right? Again, these are the notes. And also, this was really notes for his lawyers. Why would his lawyers be dumb enough to let him keep this stuff in his jail cell and not hold on to it for him? Again, let me tell y'all something. The government dotted their I's and crossed their T's. They did all the check marks they needed to. And let me tell you something, Diddy, you finally are running up against someone that, according to you, is a bigger bully than you. And baby, we love to see it. Baby, this is what I pay my tax dollars for. This is what I want to see. I want to see the government going in their gully. I want the government, when Diddy goes low, they go to hell. I want the government to do everything and use every weapon that they can, and still say legal. Don't get me wrong. We still want laws and checks and balances. But I want the government to use every tactic, every law, every tax dollar at their disposal to make sure that Diddy goes down, right? Listen, y'all got to worry about Diddy. Diddy gonna be all right. And Diddy is going to keep acting like he is the only one that matters. Y'all, listen. Diddy down bad. He went to war with the government. Diddy, where are we at with the government? The government is at 10, is up 10. Actually, the government is up 500. Diddy, you got one or two off, and you paying for each of them. I know Mark Agnifilo is mad he went up in front of that bail judge and tried to embarrass the government and is trying to run a PR smear campaign because, baby, like the government keeps proving, ain't no Diddy lie that can outlast the proof that they found in your jail cell. And no, it ain't work product. You guys, I'm going to go live later because there's this dumb rumor going around that Diddy could get a mistrial. Okay. And what universe is this? Literally, Mark Agnifilo, is that you in the Shade Root comments? Christian, Justin, are y'all on your daddy's burner account? Or do Diddy got... Dude, Diddy got somebody's cell phone anonymously tweeting, I heard he was going to get a mistrial. Please, all I heard was, guard, he got a phone again. Guard, he might be back on that Tucci. Listen, thoughts and prayers to Diddy's bail request. It will most likely be denied. That mug ain't coming out of jail until this trial is over. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.